Hey athletes, what's going on? Brandon Brown here, physical therapist and wellness coach to get your fixed physical therapy, get your fixed nutrition, CrossFit coach with CrossFit Majestic, and I work with CrossFitters and runners to get you from injury to PR in 8 to 12 weeks. So we are finishing up the behind the scenes series this week. Today I wanted to talk about meal planning. So I talk a lot about planning, I talk a lot about prep. Today specifically we're talking about meal planning. If you know me at all, if you've been following me at all, you know I'm a planner. I like to be organized, I like to plan things. And I think this works, I feel it works really well for nutrition as well, for keeping on our goals, to allow us to essentially perform better, to heal better, which is why I do a lot of meal planning and why I really want to encourage you to do it as well. So what does this look like for me? So you can think of planning in a couple different ways. First and foremost, I do my grocery shopping usually on the weekends for the entire week. So what this means is I will sit down and plan out what I'm going to make during that week. And some days, some weeks, I know it's going to be crazy, and so it's just going to be as simple as possible. Get me my proteins, get me my veggies, and I'll just create something with that each day as I go. Other times I can actually create recipes and actually have time to actually cook and make a recipe. But regardless of that, on the weekends I'm planning out that next week for what I'm going to be doing for my food. That way I'm prepared. I know what we're doing I know what I'm doing on a regular basis during that week when it comes to my week, essentially my nutrition, my food intake. Makes it easy for when I come home from work, when I come home from Olympic lifting class, that I know already what I'm going to be doing food wise. I don't have to think, I just have to prepare at that point. So it takes a lot of the stress of what am I going to do out of it. When you take care of it on the weekends, get your groceries for that week and go with it. The other really good thing with planning is if you are someone who is tracking your macros like I do, I'm pretty on point, have my nutrition dialed in, so I know what works well for me performance-wise. I know how much I need on a regular basis in order to perform well, and when you can plan, it really helps with that. And I'm talking for the purpose of if you know you have a dinner to go to. So say it's midweek, you have a big business dinner, or maybe it's someone's birthday and you're going out to dinner. You know something's going to be a little bit off that day compared to your norm. You can plan accordingly to that. Most times you know ahead of time where you're going to be going. And even if you don't know where you're going to be going, most times if you're going out somewhere, you can figure out a pretty healthy option in some way. You can usually get a salad with the dressing on the side. You can usually get some sort of grilled meat or something else protein-wise. You can go with soups. There's a lot of options that you can still be healthy with that. But what I wanted to get at with this is when you are planning, if you know you're going out that evening, you know you're probably going to be consuming more calories than you normally would in a meal, adjust for that during the day. Maybe eat a little bit lighter breakfast, a little bit lighter lunch, in order to decrease that caloric intake then, and knowing you're going to be eating more later in that day. That way you're not going crazy with your calories. You know you're not going way over on where your numbers need to be for you and your performance aspect. So that's essentially what I do. I plan on my weekends. If I know I'm going somewhere for a dinner during the week, I plan accordingly with my intake earlier in the day. So let me know if you have questions on this. If it makes sense, awesome. Let me know if you kind of do something like this. And if you have any specific questions for me regarding your nutrition, definitely reach out to me through Facebook Messenger. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. So I hope you're having an amazing week so far, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.